All right, man. So we're here at DXC, and it's only right you perform here because you're a sneakerhead yourself. So can you talk about the shoes you're rocking today and everything?
Yeah, right now I got on the Fair 4s. They're a little early on the release date, but I just I didn't plan on wearing these here, but I was just out and about in Vegas enjoying the time out, and I lost track of time, and they was like, man, you got to go over there and perform. So I just came out in what I had on. So yeah, man.
And so on August 8th, you dropped your mixtape Honest Cowboy, and you put out videos for your singles 1987 and Swangin'. And then I personally been following your music for some time now, and we fell in love with the project. So what do you think the world's reaction has been? I mean, I know you gave a little taste of it, and what do you think?
The reaction has been great. It's been a week. It's hundreds of thousands of downloads, and it was a trending topic. It was the #1 trending topic, the whole day it dropped. So, the reaction has been beautiful, for real. And, I'm just excited. I'm excited to drop more videos for the project and just keep pushing it, getting on the road, touring. So, yeah, I'm looking forward.
All right. And in past interviews, you said that cars represent spaceships, and they're an escape to you. And you showed consistency with this idea with your song Chevys and Spaceships, where you create comparison to where those two vehicles can take you, which is anywhere. And so you also flow off this deal on the first track of Honest Cowboy, Spaceships and Wood Grains. So can you elaborate on this idea and explain why this idea is consistent in your musical storytelling?
Yeah, it's the car is important to me, not only for the music, but just for me personally. Whenever I was growing up, even when say I was with my mom or something and something was going on, my mom would be like, man, let's get in the car, let's just go for a ride. It don't matter where we was going, we just took a ride, just to clear our minds and maybe see something different, or just to get out the house, So the car was always that escape from whatever you had going on at the time, and then the music is just, the icing on the cake when you have good music for that journey. And that's what I try to do. Everybody makes music for the radio, everybody makes music for the clubs, so I just try to make music for the car and for that journey. Whenever you in the car and you enjoying yourself, being out there just trying to escape the world, you have that music and that soundtrack for it.
That's so true. I like that. And most rap artists rhyme about fame, money, women, etc. However, in your music, you talk about everyday 9-to-5 blue-collar workers. And in your verse, that really stood out to me was "Cup Inside a Cup," where you say that kids grow up into hustlers and dope criminals. And you said that your grandma, she said that the kids blame, it's your fault because the kids want to mimic you.
Right.
So, yeah, so I had to get it out. And how do you not portray that image in your music and still remain true to your roots?
Because I just tell my stories, I tell, that's a real life, story. When I said, sitting on the porch watching these kids, they turn into criminals and dope dealers, and, and it's kind of my grandma say, it's kind of you guys' fault, not my fault, but the people the older guys, because we are fascinated by cars and sneakers and jewelry and things like that, and they also want to be us, what I mean? Yeah, so it's the whole culture, so they're looking at us man, he's so cool because he has this type of car or these shoes or he has this gold chain, so it's kind of in that watch, and that's why I said, they looking at your watch, but you gotta watch it, Mr. Flashy. You know what I mean? The watch kind of flashy, and you know what I mean. And so at the end of the day, if they can't get it themselves, they might take it from you.
True. So.
All right, man. Speaking of, Honest Cowboy was dope. That Getting By joint is my favorite one. I gotta listen to that for some motivation type of thing. But all right. So in an interview with Sway, you mentioned that Honest Cowboy is an introduction to the story that you're gonna tell in your album.
Right.
So what are some things that we can expect from that project, basically?
Man, you can expect a lot more storytelling and a lot more, of my life story. Where I came from, getting deeper into, my feelings and the things that make me the man that I am. You know what I mean? And it just helped the world understand, a little bit about who I am, where I come from, what I represent, and just the things I'm passionate about or not passionate about at the same time. So.
All right, so it's also very common for rap artists to like rhyme about having multiple girls and doing your thing, but with having kids in a family, you know, is that what you try to keep in your content and why you focus on what children take from your music?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like family is important to me. It always has been. You know, raising children the right way, you know, not only my children, but the children that surround me, you know, the generations that's after us, you know, so it's definitely important. That family and that community has always been important for me. It's always been something that was in music from artists that I like, so it was always something that uplifted, you know, and that's what I try to do in my music and represent. I try to represent the things, like, again, that I believe in and that I'm strongly fighting for each day, you know what I mean, and that is to secure, you know, my family and my friends around me. So.
And this is like our last question, and some people may not know that your beard is more than just an image or a style for your rap career, and it represents your religion, so, which is obviously very important to you because you mentioned it in your music. So are there any factors or boundaries that you don't want to cross in your music because of your Muslim faith? Or
yeah, definitely. You know, like my religion and my beliefs in general, even, you know, just, I look at it like this, you know, like music is a gift from God. Your voice is a gift from God. So you want to say godly things and holy things, you know what I mean? Because any moment, you know, your voice and that gift could be stripped away from you. And also, you know, like when I make music 10 years from now, I want my kids to be able to look at my videos and listen to my music and be like, that's a good man. I understand who my father is. You know, I could pass away today, but I would want my music to represent me in a way that my kids could feel like they knew me, even without, you know, if something, God forbid, did happen to me. And that's just what it is, you know what I mean? For my grandchildren and their children, you know, I just want that music to always be there. So I'm very cautious in what I say and what comes out in the music, for sure.
Gotcha. And that was all of our questions. We really appreciate your time. Is there anything else you'd like to add or so?
Just thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Go get Honest Cowboy. It's out right now for free. Download that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stalley.
Perfect.